Hey guys, welcome back to Creator Best Life for a brand new video. For those who don't know me, hi, I'm Kimani and welcome to the fam. Today we are doing a Write With Me. And another fun thing that we get to do today, which I am excited to share with you guys, is that we're going to do a pitch deck. I'm going to show you guys how to do a pitch deck, how I have learned to do it from network professionals and a network manager. And that way you guys can know how to make it in Canva like I do. And so let's just get started. Okay, so right now what we're going to do is open up our Remarkable tablet. I love this thing. They really should give me a sponsor because I'm always talking about this. Sponsor me, Remarkable. We be riding around here. So, it updated while I was away. It started 99% charged. Cool. Scripts, and we're going to go to Fortunate. Okay, so about Fortunate. Fortunate is about a young woman who is a writer. She works as a writer at a fortune cookie company. She writes the fortunes out, and that's what goes inside the cookie. And so she randomly finds out one day that her fortunes that she writes start coming true. So if someone opens it and they just randomly like find a $100 bill just laying on the ground, that could have been her fortune. Stuff like that. So I thought it was a lot of fun. I loved creating the characters, and so I wrote out all my beats. I did my outline, I wrote out all my beats. And so this is my first time writing a comedic drama. I'm someone that can weave comedy into a story. I'm not so much a comedy writer. And so this has been a lot of fun because I love sharing the comedic part of my personality and my voice. And so I love just how these characters came together and everything. So I've got my A storyline, B storyline, C storyline, and I guess like the log line, which I'll say again in a better way that I wrote, is a woman who writes fortunes for a fortune cookie company finds herself a believer when the fortunes randomly start coming true. So themes for this story are friendship, love, power, and like the tones I'm thinking are like something fun, insecure type. My characters, I have said my main characters are always Black women. That is the experience that I have lived. And so I want to see more people that look like me on screen in some of these fun shows. So something like someone like you, high fidelity, insecure, with a little bit of the comedic timing of Abbott Elementary, but not in a mockumentary style way. And so that is what I'm thinking for it. So my main character's name is Avery. She's late 20s. She's got a college degree in creative writing. She has been secretly writing a book. She's the life of the party type, and she's also a hopeless romantic. And so her character is very flawed, and she can be very direct with people, and that comes off as being brash. And so she's got this ex-boyfriend, and she's got her two best friends. I don't know why I have followed in the trend of making a character have two best friends, but it just fit. I wanted like not a buddy comedy like Broad City or anything, but I wanted my character to have friends that and community, and give us that like nice girlfriends feel, and like what Insecure did with their group of friends. It was 4 of them. So I loved that, and that's something that I wanted to also recreate for myself, something fun, because we don't have a lot of shows like that where it's just like these friends go hard for each other and just have a good time, and it's just a real camaraderie there. So anyways, that's a bit about our main character. She has another best friend, Lauren. Lauren loves astrology. She also has a creative writing degree. And her other best friend is named Fallon, and Fallon she's the hustling type. She does a lot for work, like any and everything. She does not have time for love. And Lauren is also a casual dater, and she likes it that way. I'm here for Lauren. I'm here for all of them. They're just living their lives and having a good time, and I love that. And so now comes the fun part, because I have written my beats out. We're just gonna get started to write. Okay, so I am 8 pages in, and right now we're at the part where she's about to give one of her friends a fortune cookie that had a fortune that was printed today. It was ready, hot and ready, and so they got to take some home because they had leftovers. And now Avery and Ren are coming home from work, because Ren works at the same place, and they meet Fallon for dinner, and they give Fallon some of the cookies. And we're gonna find out that one of the ones that they give Fallon comes true, because it was one that Avery wrote. Okay, so I have to get off because I have a 2 o'clock meeting. It's 1:51 right now, and I want to get myself a little snacky snack before, because it's going to be 2 hours long. But in me writing the scenes, I just found a plot hole. So I have to fix that. And I think what I need to do is just add one more scene to take care of it. So let me make a note. Oh, I know what I could do. Maybe I could fix that just with a line. Okay, I think I fixed it with just one line. So I'm so excited. I really just did one scene, and it starts on page, like it's got about an eighth of page 8 where it starts at the bottom, page 9, page 10, all of page 11, and then like 2/8 of page 12. So I think that's pretty good. That was a long scene actually, and obviously this is the first draft, so I know I'm gonna have to go back in and tighten that up because I just added a lot of dialogue in this scene. It's almost all dialogue, but it's good dialogue. I just think that I need to make it tighter because I'm sure watching it as a viewer I'd be like, this is moving too slowly. So that is a task for future me. So that is what I have accomplished for right now, and I'm gonna work on it soon. That's a task for future me. So I will check back with you guys after my meeting because I have another call at 6. So between 4 and 6, I've got some free time. So I want to get at least some more writing done during that time, maybe like an hour, and then give my eyes a break and then get back on the call at 6. So yeah, I think that's what I want to do. Okay, talk to you guys soon. That was such a long call. 2 to 4:45. I'm tired, but we still have some writing to do, and I need to show you guys how to do a pitch deck. Okay, all right. Just rude. That's what he gets. He almost fell off of Matt's desk. Oh my gosh. You are the least graceful cat ever. I don't know who said cats were graceful because my two are not. They'll fall off of any and everything. Okay, y'all. So I'm about to show you guys how to create a pitch deck. So I have Canva open. You can see right here at the top. This is the app. You can also use it online on your browser, and you can also download the app onto your phone and tablet. So I like to have it everywhere just in case I'm on the go and need to create something. So this is what your home page looks like on Canva. And as you can see, it'll show you your recent designs, stuff that I've made in the past. And then it can show you what you want to design today. So it'll ask you, you can type it out, and they'll give you different templates and stuff if you want to use what they have already created, or you can just create a blank one. So what we are going to do is actually go to presentation. And presentations is what you want to do because of the sizing. It is 1920 by 1080, the size of standard screens, and usually like for computers and stuff if you want to blow it up on a projector and whatnot in a meeting. So what we're going to do is click on regular presentation, which is 16 by 9, 1920 by 1080. That's what you want. What's cool about this one is talking presentation. It'll give you a nice little talking head on the side, whichever side you want it to be in, and that way you can talk along with it if you are just submitting your presentation with you and you're not going to be actually in the room, which is really cool if you're going to be like posting it online, which would have been awesome for me to do. But for the sake of this project, we're just going to click on create blank presentation. And this is what your interface will look like. So you've got design here on the tab and your templates, layouts, styles, which is really cool. So you can see I have like the styles for my business. These are the fonts. These are the colors that I use. I use these a lot. And yeah, these are great. And then some of my recently used ones. And they'll also show you some of your recent designs. I can show you guys the pitch deck for Fortunate. So this is what Fortunate is. I just found a fortune cookie, put this here, and my name. So this is what you want your title page to look like. I just like to use this template a lot for all of mine. I can't remember what it's called. I just copy and paste it every single time. So for a structure of your pitch deck, you want to have your story page and you want to have your log line. So I put my log line in here and it says, Avery has had her run of bad luck because, well, she isn't exactly a good person. But what happens if she ends up with the power to make her own luck? So that's the, just first general idea for my log line. I'm going to clean it up later, obviously, but this is what you want. So you want your log line, and then you also want your synopsis in here. So that's what's going to go on this second page after the title page. Next, you're going to want your pilot episode. So You're going to describe what happens in the first episode, and usually you do that after the episode is written, obviously, because after outlining, you could change some things and figure out what you want to do, which you guys saw in the previous clips of me writing it. So, you know, where does your story begin? What is your main character doing? They have a normal life. Something interesting happens to them. Then they need to figure out what's happening and how they're going to change, if they're going to change, and then they start their journey. So talk about that here. Then you want to have your comparative productions. That's super important because for mine, I told you guys like Abbott, some other fun shows, something like You, not necessarily Broad City, but that could be an interesting comp as well. And so, yeah, you just put pictures of the movie trailers there. And then this page, this can be fun. It's just a little title page for your characters, which will come next. So you talk about your characters. These pictures and stuff are from a previous pitch deck I made for Burning Stage. No, not for Burning Stage. It's for my other pilot called More Time. That's a fun story too, and I'll tell you guys a little bit more about that one. But you put your picture in of what you envision the character looking like. And then you have a little description, what the character wants, who the character is, how old they are, XYZ, and then you put their character name. This is just how my template looks. You can change your template to whatever you want. So you go through your characters, and then after you're done sharing your characters, you want to go to your tone page. So Tone, Insecure, Abbott Elementary, because it is a comedic drama. So I want it to be comedic. I want it to be fun. And, you know, you fill in the other examples and words to describe what tone you want to have, and you know, dress this up, make it look cute. And then the next page, you have a picture of yourself, a nice little headshot, your name, what your title is, your writer, creator usually, and then give yourself a short little bio. So that's what it's supposed to look like. And obviously I'm not done, but I'm just playing around with stuff and making sure my story is set before. And you know, I open this up so that I can start filling in the character information. So next, I created this fun little thing for you guys, and for some reason it did not record on this camera. It only recorded on my phone, which is going up on TikTok. So here's an example of a pitch deck that I was doing for The Lion King to recreate for you guys, and I'm going to recreate it in another tab from a blank slate document. So as you can see, I changed the colors, made it look like what the original Lion King looked like. But for the sake of this tutorial, what if Lion King was never made? What are your comps? How are you going to describe it to Disney to get them to sign off on it, right? So Lion King is the name that you pick. You throw your picture in there. Another thing that you could do is look for graphics and everything. So let's go into our new tab. Let's pick our colors. We'll go with this. How did I create this? I made it yellow. I'm just trying to find the template for it. Okay. Okay, so we have our blank document. We're going to go into templates. Templates are great. I like using this template. We're just going to click on it. This is our title page. Cool. Cool. So apply all 10 pages. So it gives you, actually I don't want to do that. Undo that. So next we're going to click this arrow. We're going to go back out and we're going to go to layouts. We don't have to change it because this is the title page that we want. Wonderful. Then we're going to go to styles. What are our styles? These are some recently used ones. We are going to go ahead and use this style right here where my cursor is. And it's perfect because it gives us our nice colors and you don't have to change the font. Cool. So this is what we use for the Lion King. I am going to go back over here to the recently used. If you hover over it, it'll say shuffle. I don't know if you guys can see that. Hopefully you can see it. Yeah, that works. Zoom out just a little bit. That works. So you're going to click shuffle. And as you can see, when you click shuffle, it shuffles the colors and it might shuffle the font a little bit. So I'm going to click it again until we get the desired look that we want. So I really liked that yellow that we used in the first place. But I don't like the blue because it just, I don't like it. It looks like University of Michigan. Not that that's a problem, but I just don't like this for the purpose of this project. So what are we gonna do? Gonna go back in here, click on the font. This is text color right here at the top. You click on it and then it'll show you all the colors that you've used recently, all the colors that I have saved, and these are the document colors that we have. So I'm gonna just change that to the red and then click on this box again and change it to red. Oh, that's the font, just kidding. So we're gonna click on the box. When you highlight the box, you gotta go up here and click on the color because these are the font colors. Up here is the color of the exact item that you're looking for. So I click on this color and then it'll highlight it for me, and then I have to go over to the left in the toolbar and change it. There you go. Boom. Really cool. So what do we want to do? We want to change this picture because if it's called the Lion King, we obviously have to make it look good. So we're going to change the writing here so that we know what we're talking about. Wonderful. And we'll just keep this the same, but really you just want your name here, like I said before. So I just put my initials there. Cool. So you want your name. This doesn't have to be here. It's just for, you know, creative purposes, but I'm gonna leave it. So here you want to swap out the picture. So sometimes you can click it and in the app on your phone, it'll be like, do you want to replace it? You can right click on it, which is what I just did. You can replace it. You can arrange it, which is cool. So I'll show you how to arrange it. So I click the main picture, hover over arrange, and then I'll click send to back. So if you send to back, you can see now the red square is hovering over it. We don't want that. So we're going to hit undo. Now that's pretty cool. So that's a little bit of how to use that and move stuff around, but we're going to switch out our picture. So I like to go to elements, and in elements I type lion, right? So you have a ton of options for lions. You have photos here, you have graphics here. I love the graphics and the photos. They also give you videos that you can choose from, which is really fun. Not to mention you have audio, and you can use that to figure out if you want to add a growl sound when you open it, which would be really frightening to people opening your project, but you know, if that's what you want to do. So now that this picture is highlighted, we're going to click on the previously used project. Actually, you could do it like that, and then you could resize it to however size you want, and then click on it, drag it wherever you want. And if you do that, you can also drag it right into place, which is what I did. And then if you want anything else there, you can add a nice lion there, which is what I did. Just throw in a little Simba looking lion in there just because we know what Simba looks like now. But I think this looks good, right? So this is our color scheme. We're gonna add a next page. So we're gonna go back to our text. We're gonna highlight. Actually, I don't want to use my text. I'm going to use the previous page's text because it just looks the best and it'll be cohesive. So we're gonna click on our text, and then we're gonna click Command C. We're gonna copy that and go to this page. I'm gonna delete this, and then we're gonna Command V and highlight it. And then we are going to type out that this is our story page. So you can keep it here. You can use this little icon here, just hover over it, and it'll show you that you can spin it one way or the other, which is super cool. Sometimes I like switching it up and having it on the side or whatever. That's just how I like to do it. It's fun. And then you have your little text box here, and you would put your log line, and then you would put your synopsis. So that's what you would put in here. So you would do one line at a time and make sure that they're separated. So that's what you want. And that's how it will look. And so if you go back to Fortunate, you can see that you'll also have to include the pilot episode page, which we will, it's not necessary for this one because it's a movie. I probably should have done a TV show for you guys, but for the sake of this, the story page and that would just be a longer synopsis for said movie. And that way you don't have to worry about the page for the episode, which is cool. And one thing that I forgot to mention to you guys, which I completely skipped over, I don't know how I did, but in your pitch decks, right after the tone page and before your creator bio page, you want to have, if you're making a TV show, a longevity page, and that just gives a brief description of each episode in your series. And I broke mine into 10 episodes because I just think that it's cleaner, and 22 episodes is a lot. Like, I don't know, I'm not comfortable writing 22 episodes yet. But 10 episodes, I was able to create a story arc, and I feel like it was perfect for a 10 episode season. And then they want you to also describe what you envision for your second season. So put a little blurb, a little log line or two about what you think is going to happen for season 2, which will really help whoever is listening, the execs, other producers and whatnot. It helps them understand what your vision for the show is and how you expect to keep it going, because sometimes they have limited series and whatnot. But I personally think that it's best to, when you are submitting a story to pitch, that you submit a story that has a good likelihood for longevity and creating at least 2 seasons, which would be great. So that's what you do for this. And I think it's really fun, and it's a nice exercise to also just think through your season arc and your character arcs and everything and how that plays out. I hope that it's helpful in using it. I love it. Like, you can go over here and change the transparency, fonts. You can change how wide your letters are spaced apart. You can change how wide the lines are spaced apart. It's just a lot that you can do. So I really hope that this was helpful. That's all that I have for you guys. Let me know if you have any questions, or if you want me to show you a more in-depth version with an actual project that I'm working on, and I can do that. Please type that down in the comments or DM me on IG, TikTok, doesn't matter. If you like videos like this, please give me a like, please subscribe, and don't forget to share with a friend. We are officially at 100 subscribers, so I'm excited about that, and I will talk to you guys real soon in a brand new video. Until next time, guys, bye.